Pete Buttigieg. He's been making, I don't want to call it an apology tour, but he's making the rounds out there in them streets, trying to tell black people that I am not as insensitive as I've been made to seem. And somebody had the audacity, because we played the clip from 2011 when he was running for mayor of South Bend, where he sounded really stupid on education and as it relates to why black people are not up to par, quote unquote. I'm putting up air quotes around that. And so, yes, that was an old clip, but the man hasn't changed his position. He's still doing reckless, stupid, inane things like putting a fake picture of black people in an ad where he supposedly, hello, there's nothing changed here. Past performance can predict future outcomes. We can kind of see this coming. So he spent the weekend with Pastor William Barber, who I absolutely love, by the way. Pastor William Barber, who's running the Poor People's Campaign, picking up the baton left behind by Martin Luther King Jr. He's out there in the streets doing God's work. The man is a marvel. He is a national treasure. Pete Buttigieg was with him this weekend at his church, which is the Greenleaf. Oh, he's got a Greenleaf church? Yeah, Greenleaf Christian Church. And they were there talking. There's clips about that. I'm calling BS on it. I think he wants black people's votes. You will not win the Democratic nomination without black people. Period. Full stop. I don't care. You can argue it if you want to. You can run after Trump supporters if you want to. You will not win. You won't win. You won't win without black people. So you have pretty much said, I don't care about black people. Now you're noticing, hey, I might win Iowa, but I ain't winning South Carolina, no place else. So, I better do some damage control. I'm not buying it. Who's buying it? If you're buying it, give me a call. 866-801-8255. I'm here for it. Are you buying it?
What are your thoughts about him calling Michael Harriot in response to the
article? I saw that. I like that. I think you should. I think you should lean into your. I think that's a good move. Yes, you should. You should. Now, here's the question: can he redeem himself? I'm calling BS on this move, but I'm not saying it's a bad move, because he's damned if he doesn't. I personally am not voting for Pete Buttigieg unless he's the nominee. Then I have to vote for him. But I don't think he's going to be the nominee, because you need black people to be. I'm just putting it out there. Then there's a Joe Biden. Oh, remember the corn pop video where he was at the swimming pool back in the day with corn pop, and then corn pop was gonna get him, and then he was badass and with the chain and all that, with the knife, and corn pop. Remember that?
He was real.
Corn pop actually existed, and it was confirmed. It was a real story. I don't know why they didn't play the rest of that video, because the corn pop story was what they were trolling him about. But this part of the story, the same press conference, leaves so much more question around Joe Biden's ability to actually be lucid for a campaign run, for a nomination run, for a presidency. This part of it, the corn pop thing, was just fodder and chuckling. It was a chuckle. Ha ha. This is disturbing. Play it.
And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
So there was nobody to say, sir, the leg rubbing hair story in the lap with the children on the lap in this climate, probably, I don't know if I would share that story, but it was like, it's coming back to him. Like okay.
That was definitely not a well thought out part.
No, but he actually didn't have the worst weekend. Kamala Harris did. So one of the aides that worked with her left her campaign and went over to work with Bloomberg. On the way out, this woman wrote a scathing letter and then put it out publicly. I'm not going to read the letter. It's out there. I'm struggling with a couple of things. and I guess this can happen to anybody, because the claims against her, she had campaign people move, uproot and then fire them without any notice. They were mistreated. It was all of these claims that she's running a horrible campaign, that she's mean, that all of the stuff, right? That this woman leveled against Kamala Harris. And then she says that Kamala Harris is a great candidate, could be a great president. So I'm confused. So if you think that this woman can make a great president, why write this letter? Why put it out publicly? Why then go work for Bloomberg? If you think the campaign is a mess, why not have a conversation with her about how because she's probably 50 feet above, 50,000 feet above everything. She doesn't know the little things that are going on. Maybe she does. Maybe this is an indication of how poorly she's a manager, but that hasn't been the story on Kamala Harris for her career. Not as a prosecutor, not as an attorney general, not as a senator. She has not been known for being a disorganized person. So this claim against her doesn't ring true to me, but it could. I don't know. But I think this kind of destroys and derails her candidacy. That's how I see it. I don't know how she comes back from it, but I could be wrong.
It comes off kind of as revenge to people that she must have had issues with in the hierarchy of the campaign, and not Kamala Harris, the candidate.
But still, it reflects on her as a manager.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's the job of a president, by the way. That's the job. The job of the president is to appoint people and manage the whole, so you're managing government. Basically, you're managing what's going on in Washington, and making sure that people are, the right ambassadors and the right places, and the energy and all of the different things that you need to be able. Management is part of the job, which is why Trump is so bad at it. He's a horrible manager. Just is. He doesn't really like people. He's not a good people person.